Hey, casual crypto investor family. It is the casual crypto investor, and I am back with another video. Hey, I know it's been a long time, no video, been a little bit busy with work. This is our busy season right now for work. So things have been a little hectic. And then at the same time, too, things have been kind of quiet in the crypto market. And the reality of the situation is, at least in my thought process, is that, sorry about that. That was my text message going on off there, getting my sports updates. Gotta love Sunday NFL, right? But basically, there's a lot of catalysts out there that we're still really waiting for, right? Obviously, we have the election in play. I really didn't anticipate to see any really big moves until after the election, but I was wrong about that. Obviously, especially if we're talking XRP, and this is what this video is about. We're going to be talking about XRP today. Obviously, we have the lawsuit. We're literally maybe 7 to 9 days away from the SEC potentially either appealing or not deciding to appeal the court case with the Ripple Labs versus SEC lawsuit. So we have that too as well. But right now, I'm actually excited. This motivated me to make a video and bring you some content here today. And so hopefully you'll like it. I have some information, obviously, in regards to XRP and man, there's some rumors going on right now that XRP could be maybe partnering with Swift, and that would be absolutely huge. So we'll dive into that. But before we get into that, just to take a look at the overall crypto market. We're currently down right now. We had a beautiful run up mostly throughout this whole weekend and ending into the end of the weekend. Bitcoin is sitting at over 65,000 currently right now. It's up over 2.5% in the 7 day. Ethereum is also up to as well on the 7 day at sitting at a little bit above 1.5%. And then, man, oh man, the star of the show right now. Now there's other cryptocurrencies that had some great gains. Shiba Inu is one. I do hold Shiba Inu. I'm just blown away. It went up over 20% this past weekend. And then XRP, man, what a weekend. I mean, it went up 66 cents. It's currently holding at 64 right now, but still up close to 10% on the 7 day. So great news to hear. I'm actually really just excited that we're seeing this momentum before some of the things that we're all waiting to see happen, right? We're waiting to see who's going to become president. We're waiting to see what happens with this lawsuit. And so, there's just so many things. And now on top of that, there's this rumor that Ripple Labs could be potentially partnering with Swift. Man, I'm just truly excited and great to be in this crypto space. All right, so let's get into this article. Quick shameless plug too as well. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Sometimes it is easier for me to tweet than it is for me to make a video, and so feel free to follow me on there. I do put repost tweets on there and share my thoughts and stuff like that. So getting close to almost 400 followers on there, which is great to see. Moving in the right direction. I remember I started with 0. So great to see that we're moving and trending in the right direction there. All right. So let's get into this article. So it says, pundit suggests Ripple's XRP massive explosion to $1,000 price isn't a fantasy for these reasons, right? And let's dive into those reasons, okay? I'm not going to bore you reading the whole entire article. I can post a link to the article down below in the inbox or whatever in the what is it? Whatever the box is called, but in the link box down below, I'll put a link to the article in there too, so you can take a look at it and read more in detail. But I just kind of wanted to highlight some of the points in the article. So there is rumor out there. Well, first of all, this is coming from Crypto Tank. Feel free to follow him on there too as well. He is on X. He's a crypto investor, researcher, and obviously a crypto enthusiast. So he puts out a lot of good content on there. He has almost close to 7,000 followers. So been in the game for a little bit. But I definitely, in reading the article, I definitely thought he brought some really good points, and especially with this now rumor coming up on Twitter or on X about Swift potentially partnering with Ripple Labs. Man, that just adds another layer on top of this. So it says the pundit stated that Swift is adopting RippleNet currently into their messaging system for cross-border payments, right? Which would be absolutely huge. Swift, which stands for Society of Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications, currently handles approximately $5 to $7 trillion in daily $5 to $7 trillion daily, which is insane, right? Of transaction volume. However, Swift only manages the messaging aspect of these transactions, not the actual settlement. With RippleNet and XRP, both messaging and settlement could potentially be completed in 3 to 5 seconds at a fraction of the cost. And we all know this. If you've been a long time, XRP follower, that's one of the many benefits of XRP. And then one of the kind of most recent benefit that I heard maybe getting close to about a year ago or so, maybe a little bit less than that, is the huge clawback feature, right? So if there's a situation where money is sent incorrectly, a lot of times in crypto, right? Depending on what your wallet address is, if you miss a period or a letter or a number, you change a 6 to a 9, that could be sent to someone else's address. And so if that money, or it could just be sent to a dead wallet, right? And so that money or that transaction is gone. With XRP and the ledger, they have a clawback function where if money or if funds are sent incorrectly, they can claw that money back or get that money back based on the technology that Ripple Labs have. So that's a huge plus, right? But moving $5 to $7 trillion daily is insane, right? But it says, however, Swift only manages the messaging aspect, but not the settlement aspects. And that's where Ripple comes in. And a lot of the time people were thinking that RippleNet would maybe take over Swift or, kick Swift, out, but who knows? They might actually partner together, which would be huge, right? Moving on, it says currently the cost, and I did not know this part, but currently the cost of a Swift messaging transaction is $20 to $50 versus pennies on the XRP. So $20 to $50, right? Now, I don't know if I'm assuming that's I'm assuming that's per message, right? $20 to $50 per message, right? Which is insane. So banks will be greatly incentivized to adopt RippleNets using XRP to save hundreds of billions of dollars in fees. He argued, that's Crypto Tank saying this. Furthermore, the pundit described a scenario where banks settle just 10% of their transaction using XRP. So let's say maybe 10% uses the messaging or the settlement function of XRP or Ripple Labs, right? According to the pundit, this would equate to about $500 billion in daily volume. Crypto Tank argued that liquidity pools on the XRP ledger would need to hold approximately double that amount, or $1 trillion, to facilitate such volume. The price of XRP would then be determined by dividing this $1 trillion in value by the amount of XRP available in liquidity pools. Assuming 10 billion XRP tokens are delegated to these pools, the price per XRP would be $100 to handle this volume. But honestly, as this becomes more and more streamlined and more banks utilize it, it could obviously go more than that, right? And so it says here that this is why XRP has to be very high to move just 10% of Swift's daily volume. When you start adding the other banks, as I just mentioned, and it gets crazy how high XRP will go, he added, suggesting that utility by more institutions and banks could propel XRP to the $1,000 mark, which is just insane. So I'm excited about this. You should be too. And I think one of the other catalysts that, one of the reasons why I wasn't making as much content too as well, especially with XRP, we need adoption. That's probably another layer to this, right? We need adoption in order to move the price. And so this could be a potential adoption where if Swift falls in line, not just the bigger banks that we all have our eye on, but even the smaller banks. And there's tons of smaller banks across the world, right, that could use this technology and benefit from this technology. So I'm super excited to be in this space. I think 2025, honestly, guys, is going to be a really interesting year. I think that we will see some profits, and especially if this XRP lawsuit, comes to an end, sky's the limit for XRP. There's we've never been in this situation before. So we really don't know what can happen, but I'm very optimistic about 2025. You should too. I'm on pins and needles, just how you are with this lawsuit. I'm counting down the days and the seconds to this thing ends. And we need to have maybe a online party or something like that. Or feel free to follow me on Twitter, man. We could all celebrate on Twitter if the SEC drops this lawsuit against Twitter. But if you like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.